Let's talk about Charlie Javice. Please touch the red button to subscribe for more stories like this. Charlie Javice always seemed to know how to win a room. She was smart, confident, and moved easily among people with power. Growing up in a well-off New York suburb, she learned early how money, prestige, and ambition worked. By the time she arrived at the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, she wasn't just a student, she was already thinking like a founder. While still in college, Charlie became obsessed with a problem she believed the system had ignored: the confusing maze of financial aid forms that kept low-income students from accessing college money. She believed she could fix it. That belief became Frank, a startup that promised to simplify the FAFSA process and democratize access to education funding. The idea was compelling. Investors listened. The media listened. Charlie spoke with urgency and moral clarity. This wasn't just a company, it was a mission. She appeared on lists celebrating young disruptors. Forbes named her 30 under 30. To the outside world, she looked like the ideal Silicon Valley success story: young, brilliant, socially conscious, unstoppable. But behind the scenes, Frank wasn't growing the way the story suggested.
So it's totally free. That's really important to us for all students to benefit from. So a student takes a picture of their tax returns, then we do all the tax math for you. So no math errors that can put you into very complicated verification, very simple language. We take a flow that might take hours with the federal government, and most students take 4 minutes with us. So that's more or less how it works. You see how much you're eligible for, then you can go to school, feel confident, see what your bill is.
User growth lagged, competition was fierce, and Charlie, now running a company under enormous pressure, faced a choice common in startup lore but rarely exposed so starkly: admit the numbers weren't there, or make them appear. When JPMorgan Chase came calling in 2021, everything accelerated. The bank was eager to attract millions of young customers, and Frank seemed like a shortcut. Charlie told JPMorgan that Frank had over 4 million users, a number big enough to justify a massive acquisition. The truth was far smaller. To support the claim, prosecutors later said, Charlie crossed a line. She allegedly bought external data, worked with a data scientist, and stitched together synthetic user profiles, names, emails, and details that looked real enough to survive casual scrutiny. When JPMorgan asked for proof, she delivered spreadsheets. Lots of them. In September 2021, JPMorgan bought Frank for $175 million. Charlie joined the bank as an executive. On paper, she had won wealth, status, validation. But the story unraveled quickly. Inside JPMorgan, employees tried to market to Frank's users. Emails bounced. Engagement didn't exist. The numbers didn't behave like real people. Slowly, uncomfortably, the bank realized it had been sold a mirage. Investigations followed, then lawsuits, then federal charges. In court, Charlie maintained her innocence, arguing that JPMorgan rushed due diligence and misunderstood startup metrics. Prosecutors told a different story, one of deliberate deception, forged data, and calculated lies. After weeks of testimony, the jury believed the prosecution. In 2025, Charlie Javice was convicted on all counts. She was later sentenced to about 7 years in federal prison, a stunning fall for someone once celebrated as the future of Fintech. Please don't forget to subscribe, and tell us what you think on the comment section. Back to the point. Today, her story is no longer told as one of innovation, but as a cautionary tale. Not just about fraud, but about a culture that rewards bold narratives, overlooks verification, and sometimes confuses confidence with truth. Charlie Javice didn't just sell a company. She sold a story powerful enough that some of the smartest people in finance wanted to believe it. Until reality caught up. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.